You're listening to the ReachCast Show, your weekly stop for the latest and greatest in the PlanetSide 2 universe and its community.
Welcome, everybody. It's October 7th, and you're listening to episode 54 of the ReachCast Show, proud members of the Araxis Global Network and the Podcast Network. I'm your host, Torx. With me tonight are my co-hosts, Tom, a.k.a. Knox.
What up?
And Mark, a.k.a. Derringer.
Hello, everybody.
Brought to you this week by Origin Client is Craft Support Group, and also by great listeners like you. You get the Support the Show tab on ReachCast Show.
With the Origin Client.
Just lots of complaints I've heard lately by people downloading BF Bore and how crappy the client is.
Wow, what's new?
Yeah. This week we play with Goater, Total Recoil, 666 Devil Dogs, Traff, and Geek Hole Kill Squad. What's in store for this week's show? So we have no patch notes, to our dismay. We do have an F&O recap, an OMFG Episode 3 recap, BF4 talk about last week's community question. The Waterson Collective is having an event shortly, so we'll be talking about that. Some Player Studio sneak peeks from Tyrodactyl. And Conclash recap. Some good, bad OP as usual. And then a couple good calls and a couple good emails from the community. So, let's get to it.
Attention, soldiers! Get your butts in here for this week's community briefing.
Alrighty, F&O episode 47 is this last week, and the first guest was Alex Hoffman, who is an associate programmer, and Malorn came on after that, Pterodactyl came on after that, and they talked about OMFG in the beginning and the World Domination series, which is typical of F&O in the last few episodes. Do you want to know? Alex Hoffman is a man who likes video games, but does not like gamers, and I'm totally with him on this one. I am the same way, and I know where he's coming from.
Please expand on that comment. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'd like to hear your explanation for this.
I'm pretty sure that he's on this. Well, he was talking about people who are like haters on the forums and stuff. When he first said it, the way he said it made me immediately think of Reddit's r/gaming, which is just a bunch of elitist pricks. Unless the game you talk about is one of the top 10 games of r/gaming, no one likes it and they just hate on it, and it's stupid. It's not gaming. It's popular gaming is what it is.
You realize that you just alienated us from our elitist prick demographic. Thanks a lot.
Why am I alienating you from the elitist prick demographic?
By calling them elitist pricks.
By calling who elitist pricks? People who use r/gaming? Well, yes. If you use it, then you're an elitist prick. I hate r/gaming. It's stupid.
You know what? You're classifying yourself basically as an elitist prick by hating elitist pricks and everybody else.
I don't use it, though.
Go on.
Oh,
Carry on.
r/gaming is awful. It's the stupidest fucking area of games ever. Anyways.
Bring on the hate mail. Remember, that was Knox who said that.
The official hater of the show.
I will stand by my statements, okay?
Remember, Knox hates you all.
Not every Zelda game is amazing, and not every Pokemon game is amazing. I don't flying F what the people on that stupid forum say. Anyways, and CRT's a piece of shit too.
I can't make
anyway.
Oh, I'm going to be playing Pokemon XY.
I saw a commercial for that today. Anyways.
I'm out.
OMFG, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But Alex Hoffman was the guest on it. He did explain a bit more about what a bot client is on F&O. Care to watch it some more. World Domination Series, TR winning, big surprise. NC did do better than previous. And Alex Hoffman was supposed to give a speech to inspire the NC, and it's going to go down in the history books right next to Winston Churchill. Not. Anyways. And then there were lots of questions for each dev. Pretty standard stuff if you listen to F&O. It's not a lot of things you haven't heard before.
Awesome.
I'm going to go out and watch it right now.
Hear that speech?
I'm still hung up on
I
it.
had the chills going down my spine when I heard his speech.
It made you jump right in game and start playing?
Oh, I was cheering at my desk.
Put on some yellow clothes or something?
Did you wrap an American flag around yourself and like log into the game and just mass murder every VS you saw?
Oh, it was, yeah. I never played better in my life.
American flag like headband on
Yeah.
my dog.
Oh, it was,
Bandana on.
I
Yeah.
was tearing it up.
He's like with a 2x4,
What's the 2x4 to do with it?
hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, okay.
You saying 2x4 made me think of Walking Tall or whatever, where he had a 4x4, which is a
Oh,
way
yeah.
cooler.
Smashes the dude's headlight or backlights in. Yeah.
He's like, screw 2x4, I got a 4x4.
This is great recollection time. We should do a recollection like pop. Never mind.
All right, we got nothing else on FNO, correct?
Correct.
No,
Then let's move on to the Waterson Collective. Waterson Collective is done by one of our good friends, Respire, as well as another gentleman. But they are having another event, as Torque alluded to earlier in the show. This one will be called Mountain Madness. So if you don't know, the Waterson Collective is a group dedicated to holding community events on the Waterson server. Like I said, second event's coming up, Mountain Madness. It will take place on Amrish on Saturday, October 19th. If you play on the Waterson server, or even if you don't and you're interested in this, head on over to watersoncollective.com and you can sign up your outfit to attack some private objectives within or help with the territory conquest. They had a great event like this last month called the Siberian Showdown that we also talked about. If you missed out on the Siberian Showdown, get in on the Mountain Madness. It will be a lot of fun. Only 2.5 hours for the event, too, so it's not like you have to dedicate an entire Saturday to go play with this. So again, watersoncollective.com, go check that out and get your outfit in there and play with those guys. Some good people.
Alrighty. Nice little quick to the point synopsis.
Yeah, if anybody else has any events like this, I know that Respire got in touch with us about this. If you have events that are going on your server that you want us to, talk about on the show, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We're more than happy to pimp these things out. Also, we end up playing in a lot of them as well, so you'll probably have a chance to kill Derringer on Saturday, October 9th.
It's not very hard.
No, I suck.
All right. OMFG Episode 3, and for those of you who don't know what the acronym means, it's Operation Make Faster Game. Like that wasn't a forced acronym. Starting off in this episode, they're showing Smedley talking to people, having their little meeting, talking about what they're doing for Operation Make Faster Game. Alex Hoffman, as Tom had talked about earlier, is an associate programmer. A lot of this episode follows him around and he explains kind of what he does. It sounds like a majority of his responsibilities circle around making a better bot client for the other programmers, so the programmers that work for Sony can test
A bot
their...
client.
What's that?
It's not better. There isn't one. He's making it.
No, they have one. They have a bot client now, but they aren't very, the bot client now doesn't function very well.
It doesn't just, he's making it.
Alright, anyways, the bot client they're working on, they're trying to actually replicate real fights in the game so that other programmers can take that and test their code against it in actual combat environments for optimization reasons. With that being said, Player Studios peaks on Twitter. It's from Pterodactyl, or is it Pterodactyl or Pterodactyl? You say Pterodactyl, Tom. Is it Pterodactyl?
I think it's pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Okay.
It's just pterodactyl. You know, like the dinosaur?
I didn't know there's a dinosaur named that. No.
It's spelled differently, but there is such a thing as a pterodactyl. Do you think she just made that name up?
I didn't know she was making a play on words, dude. I don't...
Wait, you really didn't know about a pterodactyl?
Yes, I knew what a pterodactyl was, but I didn't know exactly how she wanted it pronounced. Jeez, two or too much. Go on.
Fine, I will go on. She had a Twitter assault this past week. I think that's the best way to describe it. She was popping out all kinds of new armors, all kinds of new helmets that are going to be showing up in the Player Studio shortly. We had 2 for each faction, and then an additional vehicle, 1 for the VS. We will include some links for these pictures in case you missed all these things on Twitter. Just some stuff that you can look forward to, like a purple and black chromish circuitry type camo for the VS, a purple and gray tiger stripe sort of camo that also had a hood on top of it for the helmet, which was also for the VS. Now, when I say for the VS, that's what was shown, but that doesn't mean this wouldn't be available for all factions.
Doesn't that total?
I don't think it. I think it's just VS. It's got the little Y logo thing on the helmet on the inside of it.
Doesn't that helmet look 110% ripped off Mass Effect?
I don't know, but every helmet is faction specific.
That one chick,
This is totally VS only helmet. What crack are you smoking to make you think that it's not VS only?
You know, I didn't even think about that, because there are... I forgot that with the Player Studio, there's faction-specific helmets. So that's my bad. You're absolutely right.
Every helmet is, except the composite ones are even faction-specific. You don't buy one.
Well, the Maniac ones... I didn't say you get all the other ones, but the Maniac helmets you get across all of them. You can buy across all of them. All the original helmets that they released in the game, you could buy on your VS character, your NC
Look
character.
at the helmet! It has the little Y faceplate. That's all you need to know.
I know, and that's why I said, you're absolutely right, I apologize. Now get off my back.
Tom is...
I know, did I not... Back me up on this, Adam. Did I not say you're absolutely right, I'm wrong?
He's just touchy tonight. Yeah, I think we started off that Reddit thing, and he just blew his shit early. Now he's just angry.
Well, let's talk about the awful NC ones then, like the one that has the Transformer-esque head. I'm sure you're going to go find that one, right, Tom?
Optimus Prime all the way.
Bumblebee time.
Optimus Nox.
Nox Prime, that's what it is.
Nox Prime, yeah. I do think there's a blue and silver honeycomb-like one for the NC. I don't think that one's that bad.
Well,
it's pretty much exactly what you said.
It's kind of silvery and sweet looking. I like that.
Yeah. And then for
Sweet
TR,
looking.
we've got one that's it's a black base with a little bit of red fade built into it, and then kind of like some cross hatching on it in a bright red that really tends to pop where the lines intersect. That one's not that bad. But then we have TR chrome armor. It is so chrome.
Well, now do you think that chrome skin camo will be across all empires?
No, it's got the TR logo built right into it, Tom.
That's called a decal?
Don't play into this. Don't do it.
It's on his chest. It's on his head.
Yeah, it's a decal. The helmet, yes, okay. Listen, I'm going to explain to you how the camos work, and all they do is make a little square that repeats throughout the whole thing. So you would see TR logos everywhere if that chrome camo incorporated the TR logo.
I don't see the same logo on the other TR one, though. That's what I'm trying to say. But either way, it could. I don't think I would ever buy a chrome armor.
Ask T-Ray, he'll tell you.
No, that's possible. I'm just thinking that it's too chromy for my looks. I like my money camo.
Making a new guy named T3000.
Money camo is pretty sweet.
You're right, T3000 is probably exactly what you should
He kind of looks like a 50s spaceman.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
It's like silver everything. It's awesome.
It's kind of crazy. I said before the show I can picture a light assault coming out of the sky and absolutely blinding me with his chrome armor. Tell me
That's pretty true.
Probably drop C4 on me, too.
And blow your face off, yeah. Lately I've been...
Go ahead.
I was talking about C4, the timing between release and ignition. Never mind, it's not even important. Go on, what you're saying.
I was just going to talk about the last picture that she released was kind of a purple and black shadowy armor for vehicles. It has VS logos on it, so perhaps it's VS only, but we're not sure. So yeah, this is one reason why if you're not on Twitter, you should be on Twitter and following all...
It's on the standard logo location of any Sunderer.
He couldn't let it go. Couldn't let it go.
Armor being VS only.
Let's just go to the
with his camo.
All right, community question of the week. Last week we asked, the Battlefield 4 beta is launching tomorrow. This was as of last week. Will you be taking a break from PlanetSide 2 to play it? So we have a number of email and voice calls. Two of the three that we have are about that, and then we have several emails about it. But we had more responses to this than I've had probably on any given month worth of community questions on Reddit. Like 250 plus responses. Needless to say, I'm not doing a long night queue today. So,
were the responses in the /r/gamer?
/r/gaming.
PlanetSide doesn't make it onto the first page of /gaming, /r/gaming.
We're talking about Battlefield, though, so it did make it on there. And we're talking about Battlefield and Pokemon, so it was fitting.
It actually made it on this.
No.
Posted it there?
No.
And not in PlanetSide?
No. Thank you guys for all your responses, primarily out of the three places, Reddit, PSU, and the official forums. The primary response was no. Some people said they'll try it out. A lot of people said they wouldn't touch EA with a 10-foot pole. There was some responses saying they would really like to see some pieces of Battlefield put into PlanetSide, and some were valid good points. There's a mixture, but I would say 90% plus was no. They will not be taking a break from PS2 to play Battlefield 4. So I was kind of surprised. I was honestly expecting a lot of people to say.
I call bullshit on that.
You really think so? Because I was expecting to see a lot of yes, we are going to take a break to play it, or at least play it alongside it. I'm surprised we got as resounding answers we did saying no, but
I'm surprised as well.
I think maybe you have to think about how most of the people who still pay attention to the game on those forums and that particular subreddit are committed to this game.
You know, somebody said almost exactly that on one of the posts, in fact. And I have to agree that it does kind of make sense. The demographics seeing the question is going to answer in a certain way. So, but still,
that's good that Sony has a fan base that committed that they're not going to play Battlefield 4.
You know something I did see, now that you say that, you're jogging my memory on a couple things. Something I saw repeated more than once was, does EA care about its community? And in some very colorful ways, no was the answer. And Sony obviously does. I mean, they spend a lot of time with their community to listen to feedback on what should be changed with the game, and etc. So
that I'll agree with.
Mm-hmm.
EA is horrible to their community, whereas the devs we have here are
horrible to its employees too.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's good to check it out if you guys want. It's listed under ReachCast episode 54 community question. You know, check it out on Reddit. But there's a lot of good responses. Getting on to this week's question.
What about our thoughts?
Didn't we talk about this last week already?
No, because we leave it for the week that everyone else answers.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My answer is no!
All right. Mark?
My answer is yes.
Huh? I have it downloaded and I'm also playing it. I played it. This should be an easy way to determine my value on it. I played it for approximately 2 hours this week. I played PlanetSide for approximately 34 hours this week. So, a lot of nights playing Battlefield, or PlanetSide 2 this week. So,
I can say that I played 0 nights of both of them, if that matters.
Well, there you go.
But I will be playing Battlefield 4 instead of PlanetSide 2. Because I am a fan of the Battlefield franchise, and I will be checking it out.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that I'm the only one. That's why I think everybody almost unanimously saying that they're not going to play Battlefield 4 is disingenuous.
You and your big words. Well, I like your vocabulary. All right.
It's not as bad as some of the others he's used.
What's the one you
still would have meant?
What's the one you keep What's the one you keep using for people leaving their sunders? I can't remember the during Community Clash, and I can't remember what it was. You used it good 3, 4, 5 times the last episode.
Really?
Yeah, there's some specific word.
I didn't know what he's talking about.
See, it's funny because this is just my normal vocabulary. You guys make a big deal out of it.
Such a hipster.
So I'm loquacious. What can I say?
Very nice. Okay, on to Community Clash.
That's how you always talk.
Prepare yourselves! This is the Planet Side 2 Community Clash.
Alrighty. This week we saw a battle between Nuck, no ucking clue. I don't know what they always stand for something different. I feel like it's Numero Uno's clan, and then a bunch of other mumbo jumbo after that. Between them and DPSO, Drop from Smoke, and T42, the 40 Deuce combination, and Nuck pretty much swept the floor with Vana this week, as most people expected. And DPSO and T42, after the first half of getting shut out, made it a point of taking at least a couple points for the entire match and committed all of their efforts to Granite Head Reactor and held that down for quite a while, got their 2 points. Both outfits, or I guess all 3 outfits, had a lot of fun, they said, so it was good despite the fact that Nuck royally smashed.
At least they had fun doing
lost, and we once again saw the power of air superiority on the
it. Yeah, they were losing all the way up to last half, and then they all put Zoe Max, and they won the match anyways, so it was good. All right,
You're right, though. It does show what the power, and we've talked it. I'm gonna say
the air power?
I'm going to say to death instead of ad nauseum like I want to, because now you guys are making me think about what I got to say.
Oh, man. It's making you question yourself.
We've talked about it a lot, that air on the Nexus is, if you have a good air force, it absolutely shuts down the entire map. And that's really all there is to it.
Air power on the Nexus does seem... See, the thing that bothers me about the Nexus, and this is... you guys can debate this all you want. You can send me emails with hate or whatever you want to say, but see, the problem with the terrain, the ground terrain on the Nexus, it does not lend itself well to tank battles versus air. Air would decimate ground continuously, and it does.
It doesn't lend itself to tanks versus air because the anti-air guns on tanks are garbage unless they're Skyguard.
Well, we even watched DPSO pull half a squad of Skyguards at one point, and they couldn't do anything to the Liberators above Granite Head Reactor because Nuck's Liberators kept dodging in and out of those rocks above the reactor, and then they got taken out by friggin' harassers in the back because they couldn't do anything. Yeah, it's just... I like the Nexus. I think it's a cool place. I still haven't had a chance to play on it, but it looks cool and everything. It just feels broken.
I'm looking forward to getting...
just proving... Well, no, it's not proving anything, because the nature of the real game is much more different, because you can't have 50% of the battle, which is what some of these people are using in the air, 50% of the players being good pilots in the air. It's just not going to happen out in the real world.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
So you won't see this sort of things going on.
Not to mention that, honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing the private server fights when we see some terrain differences other than the Nexus, and seeing a lot of the air advantage on the Nexus is the fact that they can line of sight around most anti-air pretty much on a whim with the way the mountain terrain is set up there. I'm looking forward to seeing some fights in more open terrain. Air would not have that kind of advantage, in my mind. We'll see what happens. Alright, on to the good, the bad, and the OP.
Have another drink on me, soldier.
Okay, thank you kindly.
If you can look hard enough past all the death and all the sorrow, there are good things. You must remember that we will overcome. The good, the bad, and the overpowered.
Alright, I'm up first. My good. I got a Raspberry Pi for my birthday. I'm having fun playing with it. My bad.
One of the new ones, or one of the...
Yeah. Version 2.0, 512.
Nice.
RAM on it. Yeah, no. I got it hooked up to my TV. Installed Rasp BMC on it, playing around with that. It's kind of fun.
You know anything? What have you been doing with it? Just kind of just toying around with the Rasp operating system, or just...
Yeah, just checking it out. I don't use Linux at all, so just playing around with Linux, seeing what it can do.
Oh, cool.
I hooked it up to a friggin' ancient TV, too, so when they say you can hook it up to anything, you can hook it up to anything. They weren't wrong. So
yeah, they're pretty versatile. Pretty cool stuff you can do with Raspberry.
Yeah, I did a lot of other cool stuff for my birthday. I won't bore people with all the details. My bad is that I did not play PlanetSide 2 at all this past week, so I just needed a break. I think I need another week's break, too. I hate to say it.
Yeah, we all need breaks sometimes. I played enough for all three of us. That makes you feel
That's
better,
what I heard.
My good for the week is I enjoyed playing... Well, actually, it is my good for the week. This should segue well. I enjoyed playing with a number of outfits this week.
It doesn't segue when you say it.
I didn't even... This wasn't intentional. That's why I said that, because I wasn't trying to make that happen. I enjoyed playing with a number of outfits this week. And I enjoyed playing some of my Vanity Tune. I haven't played my Vanity Tune in some time, but I played with Goder for an evening this week. I played with Devil Dogs for a couple evenings this week. Played Total Recoil for an evening this week. Played with a couple by myself a couple times in some pug groups. It was fun too. So just played a lot. My bad for the week. I'm having an increasingly hard time finding outfits that want to participate in the community clash. I don't know. It's weird. It's just trying to find people that want to field 24. I mean, you guys, if anybody wants to play in it, you don't have to field 48 or 47, I guess, in this case, but you can field 12, you can field 24, and we can still team you guys up to play with other outfits. So if you guys want to play, hit me out, hit us up, hit up at PS2 Com Clash. It'd be helpful if you guys want to try out some community clash. That's my good and bad for the week.
I'm looking at this Raspberry Pi thing, and I think I found a use for my bulking CRT monitor. Or no, tube television. It's not even a CRT monitor. It's
That's what I hooked it up to, tube television.
Well, my good is hockey's back, baby. Yeah. All right. My bad is that I'm done with Community Clash. I'm just not having fun casting. And lots of other people want to cast, so I figure I'll give them that chance.
Alright. On to...
sad violin noise.
It's a tiny little violin.
Let me see if I can find some. Hold on.
And I didn't really have a bad week. Pretty good week. Hockey's back. Got a new TV.
How many games have the Blues lost already?
Oh, 0! Oh, kick ass this year.
Bruins haven't lost either, so.
Here's one.
Yes.
It's not a violin.
It's the closest we have a violin on this show. I'm sorry. I don't know. Alright, ReachCast mailbag.
Oh, it's a perfect morning. Great timing, the mailman's just coming.
Morning. It's mail. Big bag.
I must be ready to get away. Very strange. It's the sticking sound. And take a look here in this bag of mail. Oh no!
Now you just open the ReachCast mailbag.
Here, I found one. There we go.
What?
Alright, first call for the week.
This is Megan 666 Devil Dogs calling regarding the question as to whether or not I will be taking a break for Battlefield 4. The answer to that is, hell no! I fight for America, freedom, all that good shit. I'll see you on the battlefield of Roxas.
Isn't America in Battlefield 4?
It is, but still,
I thought the first map was in China.
fight for America! Alright, next call.
Pigwood Left.
Hey, ReachCast, it's Louis of the 40 Deuce. Just listened to episode 53 of ReachCast, and I just had to point out that I thought Torx does an absolute horrible impression of Full 7. which is surprising considering he's a fucking Russian. That's all I got.
Since when are you Russian?
Apparently, I would love to be Russian if I could be, but I am not Russian whatsoever. I am of a mixture of European and German or just European descent. So, yeah, I wish I was Russian, but not so much. And I can't argue though, dude. That my impersonation was atrocious. I'm not gonna argue that one. All right, last call is from John.
Hello, ReachCast. This is Jonald from Masterson. I was wondering if you planned on having a Back to Basics tutorial for new players on the PlayStation 4. Seeing as there is a lot to learn in this game, it might be worthwhile to have a 5-minute or so segment starting after the PlayStation launch to get console noobs caught up. Thanks, guys, and keep up the good work. Bitches, get money.
I love our listeners. No, just
Donald, he was at the T-Ray meetup.
Yeah.
On
Just for the fact that our listeners are like, I'm going to find something just at the end, like a little sign-off lines for these people that are hilarious. Man.
You know, when SOE sends all three of us a PS4 to play PlanetSide 2 on, yeah, we'll do a segment.
I plan on doing a segment for it, but the problem is I don't know. I'm sure there's some pieces that are run parallel with the PC version that we can do. There might be some pieces we could do.
We could do basic things, but I don't plan on owning a PS4 unless I win that Taco Bell one. So,
better start eating some Taco Bell
and tell you what's going on. It's not going to work out well.
You remind me, when on my birthday I went and had Taco Bell. Oh, I'm sick.
So bad.
I was sick for the rest of the day. And I'm like,
that bad?
Treat myself, have some Taco Bell. And I didn't even have a time. I think I got
wait. The thought process in your brain was, I'm going to treat myself to Taco Bell.
Well,
the only time I go to Taco Bell is when I'm drunk.
We have the Kentucky Hut here. You guys have Kentucky Hut?
I don't even know what that is.
It's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, all in one restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
So I get I get some KFC and some Taco Bell all together.
What?
That's a treat.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Get some pizza to top it off.
Fried chicken burrito?
No. You know what the disgusting part about this is? They probably mix the grease that they fry the chicken in with. They fry like the tortillas and stuff.
It tasted delicious. I don't eat a lot of fast food because I try to be health conscious. So
you still use the word treat. Mr. Vocabulary, you use the word treat.
I treat myself.
A little bit of a little Cabernet and my fajita. Yeah. Actually, I tell you what, man. One thing about
it's not a word I will ever associate with Taco Bell.
I'm going back for a while.
One thing Taco Bell does right, that creamy jalapeno sauce they make for their I think for the quesadillas are amazing. Like, you can make it at home. It's a pain in the butt, but it's so good.
Just say I love me some chicken soft tacos.
Chicken soft.
I suffer through a $5 Taco Bell box for my chance of winning a PS4.
All right, let's get to the emails.
Our first email is from, I don't know how to pronounce Mike Hale. Let's see how this is written.
Mike McHale, I guess.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, he's got it right. Torx got it right.
Mike
did not.
Oh, it's not Irish. There'd be no I there.
How's that Irish?
Mike McHale. It's like a fake Irish name.
It's not O'Donnell. It's like,
oh, well. This guy writes, I'm assuming this is a response to the Battlefield 4 thing. It says, personally, yes. Not so much because I'd rather play BF4, but because the population imbalance on my server Briggs is getting to the point where it can't be bothered logging in. WDS is partially to blame, but it doesn't help that on Briggs, TR and VS basically don't fight each other unless it's over NC-held territory. This makes it very tough for new NC players on Briggs, and many switch empires quickly. And then he signs his name, which I cannot pronounce. Rubblescum. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't play a lot on the East servers, so seeing population imbalance does suck. I did see a funny little... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which one's the... I thought Briggs was like the Aussie server.
Yeah, I think it is the Aussie.
Is it? Okay, my bad. I saw a cute little comic this week of like it's 3-panel comic.
Same one.
Did you see what I'm talking about?
It was on Reddit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll see if I can link it.
See it?
I'll see if I can.
It was awesome.
I'll see if I can link it, but in short, it was, sir, we're having major issues with population imbalance on the servers. It was like the first 2 panels, basically.
I found it.
And the guy turns around, like the chairman turns around, he's like, let's start a campaign.
There, I linked it for you, Tom. Read this so you can laugh out loud with us.
Basically reading WDS, like, let's start a campaign where the highest population destroys the other 2, and they get swag, and they get, like, bonuses.
I'll read it. The first panel is PlanetSide 2 board meeting, and it says, Sir, players are worried that the alert system only punishes factions with low pop. So then you've got panel 2 is the CEO sitting in his chair with his fingers steepled like Mr. Burns. He says, release a global event in which the victors are awarded 3 days of bonus EXP each week to add to their already atrocious cert pinatas from alerts. Make it so that the winning faction gets permanent swag with which to display their tactical superiority. All shall bow before the overpopulated faction. And the third one, it's brilliant. Bravo. How does he do it? Amazing.
I think I might have to agree with this, though.
Oh, this is really fun. There's a lot of responses. There's like god-awful amount of responses to that little comic, but it was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
I like this cert pinatas from winning every alert. I can't remember the last time I won an alert.
You know, I just realized we did not even ask our community question for this week, and it's totally related to this.
Well, then let's ask it now.
So our community question for this week is, what would you change for the next WDS type event? So SOE's even said WDS is like a preseason. They're trying to work out bugs, trying to find some sort of event that doesn't play into population imbalances as much as this does. So what would you change about the WDS event to make the next event better? How would you make the event if it was you? So
I just let the NC win.
So I totally forgot about that thing. I'm glad that we mentioned this in the emails.
All right, well, should we go on to the next email?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's from Desmondia, also in response to our question last week, and they say, nope, the BF4 beta doesn't look too convincing so far. Might play the beta for a bit, though, while playing PS2 less, until we get the optimization patch. Hopefully it will make the game much, much smoother. And, you know, that's the same thinking that I have. I'm kind of...
Does Desmondia have split personality disorder?
I don't get it. Besides, BF4 looks convincing enough for me to almost get Origin back on my computer.
I don't even know where you're going with that, so I'm glad you explained it.
Me?
Which one of us?
Like, does he have eyes?
Oh,
you mean,
yeah.
Does he have eyes?
Yeah, does he have eyes? Because the game looks amazing.
It looks beautiful.
No clue. What? Alright. Next email.
Wait, where'd your split personality thing go?
That's what I'm trying to figure.
Well,
don't rub your confusion off on
well, when did he say anything about BF4 not looking pretty?
He says the beta doesn't look too convincing so far.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about something about it looking bad. I didn't see anything in the email about that. My split personality comment was, you said they said, when you introduced his email.
I don't know whether Desmondia is male or female. So by saying they say, that takes care of it.
They is plural, isn't it?
It can be used singularly.
They.
You've never heard it used on a single person?
Let's not get into English semantics here. Let's just move on.
He's talking.
I mean,
tomorrow. Like,
I'm gonna look this up because I don't.
Somebody not even realize it.
I've never heard the reference being used where it's a singular, but that's fine. I'll look it up. Anyways, the next email is from Alan, says, no, EA would have to pay me a lot of money to even touch one of their games with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, I mean, you made a reference to this one earlier.
I like Alan. Alan's my kind of man. Avoid
All right.
EA at all costs. All right, Tavian, he says, Torx, you have to admit the Russians were Zergers in World War II, the Germans were the elitist organized ass kickers, and the Russians were the Zergers. Look at the numbers and deaths sustained. Wow, he's like bringing KDR up here.
Yeah.
Stalin threw
The Russian KDR was in the toilet.
They're not. So the NC are redneck Americans. The Vanu are filthy French.
I got a prop for this.
The Terran, the Zerging Russians.
The worst part is he's Vanu and calls his own faction the filthy French. What is up with that? Tavian, this is the last email that's getting read on the show.
Oh, no.
Call us filthy French.
I
look at this as educated northeastern United States.
Northeastern United. Yeah, okay, nice.
To Harvard, Yale.
Vanu's strong, right?
Vanu's strong.
So I looked up some numbers on this, and he's right. The Germans lost about half as many people in actual military personnel.
Like 6-0 KD.
And the Russians lost like somewhere between 9 and 14 million.
0.11 KD for the Russians.
0.11 KD for the Russians. And then you had the Vanu. I guess in this case, they didn't even get a KD because they didn't even participate because they gave up initially, like right off the bat. So
they're zero. They're even.
The zero, yeah. And by the way, you're right on they. I just looked that up. I guess it does have singular neural gender in specific.
Neural gender? You mean neutral gender?
Rifle in the classified.
Gender neutral. Amusing, yeah.
All right, next up is an email from Vader Shake. When I read that, all I hear is, "Do Vader Shake."
Oh my god. It's so sad that I know what you're talking about, too.
Yeah. He says, hello, no, I will not be buying BF4. I have spent over 10,000 hours in the Battlefield franchise dating back to BF 1942. And after playing BF3 for 3 months and seeing how many ways DICE has lied about what BF3 was, I stopped. I will not be buying BF4. It's a shallow Twitch gaming experience developed by a company which, much like BF3/4, looks pretty but lacks depth, which has reinforced that BF3 has killed my all-time favorite franchise. I would like to see SOE get more aggressive with PS2, though. It is something special in regards to the size, scale, and scope of what they are trying to do. The SOE marketing team really needs to get back on pounding that drum. If anything, GTA 5 is taking some of my time away from PS2, but after watching some BF4 beta Twitch TV footage, I have a reinvigorated view of PS2 and a stronger desire to play it. Kind regards from Vader Shake.
Apparently he's part of Matheson Nude Gamers.
Yeah, Nude Gamers. Everything he says is absolutely 100% spot on as far as I'm concerned. Battlefield used to be one of my most favorite franchises as well. I still have fond memories of playing Battlefield 1942, which is one of the best games ever, as far as I'm concerned.
It was an awesome game.
And I do agree that Battlefield 3, I think I played BF3 3 months as well, and then was done with it, because it just didn't have the ever-evolving system that PS2 has. You know, PlanetSide is just constantly changing, constantly evolving, even though the maps are kind of getting stale at this point. Once new continents and stuff like that, a continent is so much bigger than just a small Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 map. So I completely get what you're saying, Vader Shake, and I agree with the majority of your points. I still will be checking out Battlefield 4, though. I didn't say I'll be buying Battlefield 4, but I still will be playing.
Yeah, it's open beta. You don't have to pay anything. So.
Correct.
All right. Is there anything else in that email you want to go over? GTA or any of that jazz?
I'm not a Grand Theft Auto fan, so.
I know a lot of people said don't like it. I'm not either. That's why I figured I'd ask.
I get Grand Theft Auto, and as soon as the city's unlocked, I don't do missions, and I just drive around.
All I know is that when GTA 5 came out, my stepson came over and he said, "Have you played GTA 5 yet?" And he's one who's played every other Grand Theft Auto to death. And I said, "No." And he says, "Don't bother. It was awful." And he only played an hour and then returned the game.
Oh, wow. Alright, the next email we have is from KingBoo97. He says, hey guys, a few items have come to my attention in the PlanetSide 2 classes. Firstly, both the Engineer and Infiltrator have access to the faction-specific proxy mines, but on Engineers, it only costs 250 certs to obtain both, whereas on the Infiltrator, which is the class that debatably needs it most, it costs 600 certs for both. I wish SOE would make items that are really helpful on the specific classes cheaper, whereas on a class like the Engineer, where it can be played either way, I might suggest equaling the price of both prox mines with the price for tank mines. Thanks, guys, and happy 54th show. I know it's late. KingBoo97. Yeah, I think they should be equalized. Doesn't matter what class, honestly. But it's just me.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know they were different costs.
I didn't either.
Shows you how little I play Infiltrator.
No, I can't say I would know it, but there has to be some reason. If I thought about it, there'd have to be some reason why I have them on my Engineer and not my Infiltrator.
For proc, you mean proc? You don't use Claymores or bouncing betties on your Infiltrator?
I didn't buy them, and I think it's probably because they cost so much.
I have them on. I know I have them on my Engineer and on my Infiltrator, but I don't know. I don't remember consciously thinking, "Oh, geez, these are different costs." But there has to be a reason. So
when I was playing Infiltrator more, I was playing TR, and Claymores are garbage. And I don't really play Infiltrator as much as NC.
They've gotten a little bit better, but yeah, I agree. Claymores are definitely more garbage than the other two. Because Proxmite will kill you one hit anyways. It's not like the Claymore damage is really, exceptional point of like having the anti-infantry mine. Same thing with Bouncing Betty. It's a one hit kill for most people, unless they're maxed out either armor or nanoweave. So whatever. Thank yous for the week. Thank you to all of our Reddit, PSU, and official forums responses, as well as the emails and calls. I am not reading 270, 90, whatever it is, names. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Were you scared?
I'm scared.
I heard the ReachCat.
Yeah, the ReachCat's on my lab.
Do people know that ReachCat has a Twitter account?
I think 11 people do.
11 people?
Because that's how many people are following it.
Some people are actually following it. I follow it. Last time I looked
they get a lot of insightful tweets from the ReachCat.
A lot. He has like 2 whole tweets, I think.
I know, and they were both insightful.
Maybe 3. Let's check it out.
So is ReachCat playing BF4? Can you put a tweet up about BF4?
That would be funny.
ReachCat is. I want to see your cat playing BF4, but you refuse to.
And I've installed Origin.
The ReachCat has 12 followers. I like that. We'll do that. That's a good one. All right.
Knox is falling asleep, and I'm playing BF4 on his PC. I've
installed Origin, and I'm playing BF4.
All right. Contact info. Mr. Knox.
I'm contact info?
Contact
info? I was tweeting. You told me to tweet.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing it on the fly. Jeez.
No, he's not tweeting. ReachCat's tweeting.
ReachCat's tweeting.
ReachCat's right. Oh, yeah, sorry. ReachCat tweets, not me. I don't tweet.
It's not break character here.
Anyways, contact info. Our website, reachcastshow.com. You can email us at reachcastshow@gmail.com. Call us at 415-78-REACH, 415-787-3224. Twitch, which we don't really use anymore, so why bother even saying it? Steam group.
Delete.
You can find us at ReachCast. Just search ReachCast. Search Steam for ReachCast. Yeah, I just deleted it.
Just take out the whole line.
The show is at ReachCast Show Twitter, and then you can find me at Noxia, Noxxia, or at ReachCat.
Find me at Russian Zerg.
And you can find me at The Derringer.
As always, thank you to the rest of the ReachCast crew. Steve, Cliff, John, Jenny Boo, Hammer. Take care, guys. Have a good week.
That's right, Sergeant. You made the call. All right, soldiers. You've done a great job here today. Let's get our stuff and get the hell out of here.